Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday. I am glad to see you. I'm I'm not at home. This is not my sewing room. I am spending time with my mom, and I'm staying at my sister's house down the street watching her dog while I'm here. So let me turn on the chat so I can get any comments. I like having it back and forth, so you can leave me some comments. Oreo, come on over and say hi. Come on, Oreo, the wonder dog, get over here. She may or may not. She has been an angel. She's a senior dog. And if you hear her barking, it's because she's protecting me from whatever might be outside. I think there's somebody walking their dog outside. But she's kind of low energy. She sleeps a lot and is my snuggle buddy. Let's see. So, Carol, hello. It's good to see you here. And hello, Deb in Ontario. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now. And if you want, I can put back on my native accent because I'm originally from here. My mom lives just down the street, literally, same street, just down the road. I stopped down there this morning and I'll have dinner with her again tonight. But she's widowed and doesn't drive, and we don't like to leave her alone if my sister's out of town. So I'm here just being backup. Hello, Patty. It's good to see you. So let's see. When I left home, I was escaping from construction. And construction, I think like the walls are in and the toilet is in. My husband stayed home for a couple of days with them. And now we're at the template for the vanity countertop and the sink and stuff. So hopefully by the time I get home, I'll be pretty close to having a new bathroom with handicapped rails and all that stuff in. So that'll be nice. And I'm so fortunate that that bathroom was the one we hadn't redone. The tree missed that one. It hit a new bathroom next to it. But if I had just redone this bathroom, it would have been really hard for me to pay money to update it for handicapped accessibility. But since it's as old as I am and non-functioning and horrible, then I can do the handicapped at once. So very grateful. But at the time we were like, really, couldn't the tree have just hit one more room over? It hit the new bathroom, but not the old one. But it'll be wonderful. So I drove in and I've been seeing, I brought my sewing machine with me, which is just right there. My little iron, my little sewing machine. Because for some reason, my sister doesn't have a sewing room for me to move in. Maybe because she doesn't sew. I really have to work with the vacuum, though, because by the time she gets home, there are threads everywhere, which we're used to in our homes. We're used to it being all over our clothes and stuff. But she's going to remember me for a long time. Let's see. I came in and the first day I was here, I made a squared away cutie quilt with some Pat Sloan birdsong fabric. So that video will show up once I get home. I'm just making tops now. Well, top, because I have not finished this one. I started this one on day 2. I'm on day 5. This is Fast and Furious. And these are little tiny tiny flying geese that came out of a layer cake. So I had a layer cake and I'm cutting them up to make 480 and trying to describe these to my mom, who also doesn't quilt. I call these double triangles just to let her know there's 2 seams on each one. Now, Primitive Gatherings, I subscribe to their subscription box, which I guess is how you get a subscription box. Oh, thanks for saving me, Oreo. Thank you for protecting me. She's a hound. They bark. Oreo, it's okay. Thank you. So there's a whole lot of Oreo. Push. Come here. Come here. Thank you. You saved me. Come on up here. Come say hi. Over here. Over here. Get over here. Come on. This way. She's not going to come say hi because she's going to do her own thing as a mature woman does. I think she's 12 years old, something, 14 years old. She is a mature woman. Are you going to come up here and say hi? She's not. Anyway, so I hope to at least get the blocks pieced before I give up and go on to something else, because right now I'm stealing my sister's cookie sheets, or borrowing, to lay them all out, because they get 16 out of each layer cake piece. So I'm halfway done and then some, because I have a bunch more that are half sewn that are pressed and ready to go, and get the other ones sewn on. But I have 17 of the 30 layer cake pieces sewn up and finished, and I hope to finish them today. The first, Lisa Bonjean from Primitive Gatherings has you cut them a certain size, that you cut a big square and then cut it into little squares so you have straight edges, and then you sew triangles on the side. Well, my accuracy wasn't really great when I started, so it took like 2 days for me to sew 48. Now I'm good with the accuracy. I know what I'm doing. Now I just want to get faster because I want to finish this. This is day 3 or 4. Well, yeah, day 4 of working on these, and I'm over it. And I will not be working on them tomorrow, and I'll explain why in a minute. So if I can get these blocks done, and this quilt is 65 by 75. So it's a nice gift size. My goal when I subscribed to the box, to the quilt box, because she has like a wool box and a punch box. I don't know, she's got a bunch of boxes, but this is like the cotton quilt box, was that I want to not stack up projects. I want to work on them. So the first project box I got, I did the quilt and the year-long project. The second box, I did see, October, December. I've only gotten 2 boxes. So this is the quilt, and I finished the year-long project. That's the one with all those little half-square triangles. It's called Starburst. I did finish that. So this is you get a project and then part of a year-long project. So I did finish the project with the first box, and this is the project with the second box. And it's February. Another box is coming out, so I do want to get I want to get the top done before I get the next box, because I just don't want to add more UFOs. Let's see. I'm seeing some comments. There's my mouse. Patty, many pieces. Yeah, 480, and then you cut 960 half, little triangles to sew on the side. So add those together, and that's how many pieces I've cut so far. And then I have to cut 67.5 by 5. I need some 2-inch things. I need 2 by 3.5-inch rectangles. I need squares. I need 144 2-inch by 3.5-inch rectangles. Yeah, I got a lot going on, but it's pretty, and it's a really nice process. And I have my headphones, so I'm getting podcasts or some junky TV and stuff going on. Let's see, Patty, you just finished the January color block quilt. Yay! January was a baby quilt, and I'm trying to get a picture in my head right now. I'm so sorry. There's a lot going on here. January's quilt was the Hugs and Kisses, and February's quilt, that pattern is out and downloadable. For those who had trouble downloading it at the right time, on my platform, I'm learning how to schedule when something's available for download. And I got the scheduling right this time. When I was working at the beginning of the 21 days, I got the scheduling right. Got the scheduling wrong. So I got the scheduling right now, but I didn't get the scheduling right. So the next time I try to do it, I'll get it right. Thank you for your patience with me. So I brought 10 projects with me. I finished one. I hope to finish this one. Tomorrow, I'm going to take a little hand stitching, because tomorrow I learned that Sue Spargo is about 100 miles from here. And tomorrow I'm going to head over for part of the day and visit her shop. And she happens to have a drop-in sewing day. So I'm going to drop in on that. I can't stay the whole day because I have to get home for Oreo and for my mom and stuff. But I'm going to go. I have my book I'm ready with, and I have a feeling I'm going to go home with more projects. So I'm taking a wool project with me. It's a it's a primitive gatherings project, but I have a feeling I will be supporting the economy in her part of Ohio tomorrow. So I hope to show you all about that. Does anybody else love Sue Spargo? Because, oh my word. When I was at retreat in January, somebody said, oh yeah, we're going to swing by and go to Sue Spargo while we're driving through the Midwest. I'm like, excuse me? They're like, oh yeah, she's just near Akron, Ohio. I'm like, oh, Oreo, thank you. Thank you for saving me. Oreo, thank you. So I just admire her work greatly. And the thing that I like the most are all these little buttons and stuff. This is what I want to do, but I'm not going to jump in with this. I'm going to start with some little sampler thing. You know, they have a bunch of kits and stuff. I'll pick something up. Thank you so much for saving me. You are such a good girl. Thank you. So look for pictures of that tomorrow. I brought another primitive gatherings quilt with 1,000,000 triangles. I brought 2 more cutie quilts. I brought a Moda strip club from like 2006, maybe. And it's a big quilt. It's one I have been wanting to do. And then I have some knitting and a bunch of other stuff. So I will not finish everything I brought, but I wanted to have enough stuff to keep me entertained in between the other business that I'm doing here while I'm staying in town. And I don't feel bad saying that I'm out of town because my husband's home with the construction crew. And I don't feel bad saying my sister's out of town because I'm in her house. So it all works. Amelia, good morning in Australia. Happy tomorrow. I think it's Wednesday where you are. So happy days. I am finding that I'm becoming a morning person. I'm not normally. But I had to get up by like 7:37 in the morning, something like that, for my construction at home. And now somebody's puppy bladder has a timer on it that I have to get up to take someone out in the morning. So I'm like getting stuff done by 8:30 in the morning. What? I would love to continue this. I'm not naturally a morning person, but I'm very jealous of those of you who are. Does anyone able to sew before they've had their tea in the morning or their coffee? Amelia, yes, happy tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I have going on. I'm doing sewing. I'm doing checking on mom and having dinner with her every day. And I'll be checking on my husband's parents as well while I'm here. We just like to have eyes on. 6:40 a.m. That's too early. That's too early. I did have my sister's smoke detector go off. The battery started dying my first full night here without them. And the funniest thing was me trying to get on a chair in the middle of the night, because apparently batteries are only allowed to start dying in the middle of the night. I thought it was only my house, but it must be her house as well. So I had a chair and I put one leg on the chair and I tried to pull up to get my second leg on the chair to stand on it. And then I remembered I can't step on a curb, which is this high, let alone a chair that's that high. So it was very funny trying to get me up in the air. And I'm the person, I am the backup here. So I don't, my husband's not with me, and it's not like I can call my brother-in-law because, he's with his wife, my sister. So I problem solved, and I had a row of chairs, one on each side. So I had handrails, and I was able to get myself up twice, once to get the fire alarm down, and then once to get the fire alarm back up. Fortunately, this is a smaller house, and it's only one floor. So it's like the main fire alarm right outside my bedroom door. So I didn't have to run through the house to figure out which one is it. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had these challenges in life. Have you ever had one going off during the day? I think in my entire life, I've had one die during the day, and I had to call my husband and have him listen to it just to prove that it really did happen. Let's see, Deb, you're a morning person. It's supposed to be showing. And you get up around 6:30, have a quick coffee, and get on with your day. Right now, it's snow shoveling. Ew. I think we had snow at my home yesterday, so my husband was dealing with that. whenever my sister planned this trip, I told her, yeah, I will happily come. I will, you know, I'll take care of the house and the dog, and I'll be mom's person and all of that. But I was like, but you need to give me a phone number because it snows where I am in Pittsburgh. And I'm like, I can handle all the other stuff, even figuring out how to get on a chair to get up to the ceiling. But I can't shovel snow. I can, you know, walking in my back, that's just not able to do it. So I do have a phone number, but it looks like we might make it through. I still have another week, but we'll see how it goes. I think I'm here. I'm not sure what day I'm going home next week. It might be Tuesday. It might be Wednesday. I will let it be known. Let's see. Patty, you made your first cup of coffee and review your projects between 5 and 6 in the morning. Oh, I do 1 5 a day, and it's not that one. When I stopped working with the pandemic, I became accustomed to laying abed until about 10 in the morning. So getting up at 7, I mean, it takes planning and work to make that happen. Patty and Deb. Oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally turned my headphones on. I wish I was a sister with you. I'm very jealous of morning people, and I like my days when I get up in the morning, but it's just so not me. I could sew until 5 in the morning, but I can't get up and sew at 5 in the morning. You know, I'm very proud if I make it up between 7 and 8. That's an early day for me. And it's going to be, it's interesting. I'm planning on going to primitive gatherings this summer, and I don't want to, I'm the easiest roommate ever if you don't mind that I snore a little bit. Most people snore a little bit. Because I can't hear and you won't wake me up. You can turn the lights on, have conversations. I'll sleep through whatever. But I don't want to be the one to wake other people up going to bed late at night. So I want to try to keep hours with other people. So anyway, the last thing, and this is a shh. If anyone who knows my sister is watching, I'm not allowed to tell her. I'm dropping them. No, Oreo, these are not for you. They sound like treats, but they're, no, they're not treats, honey. I have 400 erasers that my sister will find over the next year in various places in her home and car and clothes and shoes. Someone asked me if I was the younger sister, and the answer is, of course I am, because we're the ones who do stuff like this. So just in case I have any cousins watching, shh, let her try to figure out what, I mean, come on, it's a little kitty cat. And I have a little rubber ducky. And I have a little bee. And I'm having a blast. Now, there are little people and a little dog here, so nothing is below 3 feet up in the air. So I'm, you know, I want to make sure it's child safe and dog safe, but I'm kind of having fun. Has anyone done this before? Hid stuff in someone else's house? Because I'm having a blast. It's very entertaining. So anyway, that's what's keeping me busy this week. I'll be at my home studio sometime in the middle of next week. I hope to have a Facebook Live. My goal would be Wednesday if I drive home on Tuesday, but if there's weather and I have to drive home on Wednesday, maybe we'll make it Thursday. I'll keep you posted because I just don't know. And it's an 8-hour drive through the mountains. And, you know, none of this is we're snowed in for the winter, but there's some days you'd rather just drive the day before or after the weather. And we'll play that by ear next week. So I am piecing quilt tops that I will be quilting for you in the future. I have my stick with me to edit some videos, which I haven't done yet, but I will be getting more videos up on as I have an As the Top Bobbin Turns video coming, and I have all but one of the 21 days from Quilt Top to Quilted. I filmed 20 days. And the last night as I was getting ready, I started filming the 21st video, and the quilt wasn't cooperating, and I did not have the time, energy, or temperament to deal with it. So you'll get day 21 when I get back. That is why this stuff is free until it's out, because I'm not as reliable as I'd like to be, but that's just the construction got in the way, the traveling got in the way. I've had some medical, little minor stuff get in the way and just didn't get it all done. Let's see. Patty, your grandkids hide Eeyore every visit and you have to find it. Oh, that's sweet. No, I've got like in the flower arrangement and, in the pocket and throughout. Yeah, I've got places. It's kind of fun. I hope they find the first one before I leave because I don't leave until their plane lands. And their plane's coming in late in the day and I don't want to drive overnight, but I don't trust airplanes. That, like, oh, they're supposed to come home on Monday. I'll leave Monday morning and they'll get home Monday afternoon. I don't trust airplanes to get there on the right day because I've been stuck too many times. So hopefully they'll find the first one before I leave and I'll get all the eye rolls and groans. And for a year they'll go, oh. So a fun one. Let's see, there's a little water tray here, as part of the refrigerator. So I've cleaned that and there's enough room to put one in there. So then like the next time she goes through to clean it, she'll find it, just where does little stuff hide? Kind of having a ball. The things I do to amuse myself. So that is what I'm up to. Thanks for your patience with me as this year's not turning out so much the way I planned it time-wise, but it's all good stuff. I mean, it's all fine. I'm getting, I'm having construction and I'm at a season where I'm going to be spending more and more time here as my sister's traveling more and we can't leave mom without backup. So you may see more of me here and my machine quilting might not get done as much, but I can at least make quilt tops here at the table. So that's where I'm at. And I want to thank those of you that I've known for a long time because I've been in the quilting industry since I was in my late 20s. And people would ask, oh, is your mom teaching the class? I'm like, oh, that's hilarious because mom can't sew. I'd pay to take a class I would have paid to take a class from my mom back in the day because she doesn't know how to sew. That would be hilarious. But mostly the quilters that I've known from the beginning were older than I am. And now I'm 55. I'm aging into the middle age of quilters, but I used to be on the younger side. And I know so many quilters who are the caretakers or have been the caretakers in their family. And my sister living down the street from my mom is the caretaker. And I've learned from all of the other quilters who've shared with me, they're like, well, I'm the caretaker and my siblings who are out of town are the ones with the opinions who tell me that this is wrong and that's wrong and I'm doing all of this wrong. So I learned how to help my sister better since she's the in-town person, that yes, whatever you're doing is fine. I'll back you up when you need it. But I mean, I don't live here. But yeah, I'm here for a couple weeks. And so I want to thank quilters for sharing their lives with me and their wisdom with me to make this season of our lives a little bit easier. So thank you for sharing your lives with me over the years. And welcome to me. Welcome. Thank you for being patient with me as I'm in this season of my life now. So I will continue making. Now I gotta trim this little bugger. Making and trimming more of these little triangles. I'll be posting online what I'm finishing each night. And tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise and my back works when I get up, I will be hanging out with Sue Spargo. It's not a class, it's just a sit and stitch. She didn't have anything going on, but going to her store and sitting and maybe picking up a tip or two and getting to meet her has just been a dream. Like Primitive Gatherings, just big fan of talented women who have built their own little empires. So I'm a quilter. I work in the quilting industry, and I'm also a fan of people in the quilting industry. So these aren't colleagues of mine. We weren't friends ahead of time. I love them just the way you love your quilting heroes. So I'll report back. Let me know if anyone's done any Sue Spargo stuff, because this stuff is just magical. And I have my book and I'm ready to go. Okay, I will talk to you again soon. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, add a little rest into your day, which is what I'm learning. Put a little fun into your week if you can. So take care of each other